Let me start by telling you something that will challenge everything the world has told you. Attraction is not about the shape of your body, the brand of your clothes, or the amount of makeup you wear. No, true attractiveness is something deeper, something undeniable, something powerful, something that turns heads without you even trying. You see, the world has taught women to chase beauty, but I am here to tell you that real beauty chases you when you become an attractive woman from the inside out. When you walk into a room, do people notice? Do they feel something different about you? If not, it's time to unlock the 7 signs of a truly attractive woman. And let me warn you, this message will transform the way you see yourself forever. Now, before you dismiss yourself thinking, I don't feel attractive, let me remind you, you don't need the world to validate your beauty. You need to activate the attraction that is already within you. Stay with me, because by the end of this message, you will discover that your attractiveness is not a coincidence. It is a calling. Confidence that speaks without words. A highly attractive woman does not ask for permission to be confident. She enters a room with her shoulders back, her head high, in a spirit that says, I belong here. You see, confidence is not arrogance. It is the awareness of your worth. A woman who knows her value does not settle for anything beneath it. 2, she has a vision bigger than herself. A woman with vision is like a flame. She cannot be ignored. She is focused, determined, and passionate about her purpose. When a woman knows where she is going, she naturally draws the right people toward her. The world respects a woman on a mission. 3, emotional intelligence. She responds, she doesn't react. A truly attractive woman knows how to handle her emotions. She does not allow situations to control her. She controls how she responds to situations. She is composed under pressure, wise in her words, and powerful in her presence. 4, she elevates those around her. A highly attractive woman is not in competition. She is in collaboration. She makes people feel seen, valued, and inspired. When she enters a space, she doesn't just take attention, she gives life. 5, her standards are unshakable. A woman who knows her worth does not compromise. She does not lower her standards for temporary satisfaction. She stands firm in her values, and the world respects a woman who refuses to settle. 6, she radiates femininity and strength. Attractiveness is not about being weak. It is about mastering the balance between grace and power. She is strong enough to lead, but soft enough to love. She understands that femininity is not a limitation, it is a force. 7, she knows that true beauty comes from within. At the core of every highly attractive woman is one truth. Her beauty is not defined by the world. It is defined by the light she carries inside her. She invests in her mind, her spirit, and her character. And because of this, she is unforgettable. Ladies, your attractiveness is not in what you wear. It is in who you are. If you embrace these 7 signs, you will not just be noticed, you will be remembered. And the world will not just see you, they will feel your presence. So I leave you with this: stop chasing beauty and start cultivating attraction. Because when you walk in your true attractiveness, doors will open, opportunities will find you, and the right people will be drawn to you, not because of what you wear, but because of the woman you have become. A highly attractive woman does not need to announce her confidence. It is felt before she even utters a word. The moment she walks into a room, her presence is undeniable. She doesn't shrink herself to fit into spaces that were never meant to contain her. She stands tall not because she seeks attention, but because she understands her worth. Confidence is not arrogance, nor is it loud. It is the quiet assurance of a woman who knows exactly who she is. She does not beg for validation because she is already validated by the truth she carries within her. Her confidence does not come from compliments, the latest fashion, or the opinions of others. It is not dependent on how many likes she receives on social media or how many people tell her she is beautiful. No, her confidence is rooted in something much deeper. It is in the way she values herself. She does not allow the world to define her because she has already defined herself. When she speaks, her voice carries authority, not because she is the loudest in the room, but because she speaks from a place of clarity and conviction. She does not rush to prove herself, nor does she feel the need to explain why she belongs. She simply does. This kind of confidence is magnetic. It does not chase, it attracts. It does not demand, it commands. When a woman walks in confidence, people take notice, not because she is trying to be seen, but because her energy naturally draws attention. It is in her posture, her eye contact, her ability to hold space without fear. She does not fidget with insecurity, nor does she second-guess her every move. Instead, she moves with purpose, knowing that she brings value wherever she goes. The beauty of confidence is that it is not just seen, it is felt. It is in the way she listens attentively, fully engaged in the moment, making those around her feel valued. It is in the way she carries herself with grace, neither competing nor comparing, because she understands that her uniqueness is her greatest asset. A confident woman does not dim her light for anyone, but she also does not feel the need to overshadow others. She celebrates the success of others without insecurity because she knows that their success does not diminish her own. And yet, her confidence is not the absence of fear or doubt. It is her ability to move forward despite them. She has faced rejection, failure, and moments of uncertainty, but she refuses to let those experiences define her. Instead, she learns, she grows, and she rises stronger each time. Her confidence is not fragile because it is not built on external factors. It is built on the foundation of self-respect, wisdom, and inner strength. A woman who embodies this kind of confidence is unstoppable. She does not wait for permission to take up space. She does not apologize for being herself, and she does not lower her standards to fit in. A highly attractive woman is not just focused on her present circumstances. She sees beyond them. She has a vision that goes beyond her personal desires, beyond temporary pleasures, and beyond what is immediately visible. She does not live life passively, waiting for things to happen to her. Instead, she takes ownership of her future, knowing that she was created for something greater. She is not satisfied with just existing. She is determined to make an impact. Her vision gives her direction, and direction gives her power. While others are distracted by fleeting trends and meaningless pursuits, she stays committed to a path that aligns with her purpose. This kind of woman is not swayed by the opinions of the crowd because she knows where she is going. She does not allow herself to be pulled into relationships, conversations, or environments that do not support her vision. She understands that every choice she makes either pushes her closer to her goals or pulls her further away. Because she has a clear sense of purpose, she carries herself with a different energy. There is a fire in her eyes, a determination in her step, and a confidence in her voice that tells the world she is not here to waste time. This makes her highly attractive, not just physically, but intellectually and spiritually. People are drawn to a woman who knows what she wants because she inspires them to seek more for themselves. She does not sit around waiting for opportunities, she creates them. She does not complain about her circumstances, she finds ways to rise above them. Her vision is not just about personal success, it is about making a difference. She is not only concerned with her own elevation, but with how she can elevate others. She sees beyond her own needs and asks, how can I use my gifts to impact the world? This mindset makes her unstoppable. A woman with a vision is dangerous to mediocrity because she refuses to settle. She does not waste time in relationships that drain her, environments that limit her, or mindsets that keep her small. This kind of focus makes her deeply attractive. People admire her discipline, her ability to say no to distractions, and her relentless pursuit of something greater. She does not spend hours worrying about what others think of her because she is too busy building her future. She does not beg for attention because her work speaks for itself. Her vision gives her an aura of confidence that cannot be faked. She walks into a room, and without saying a word, people can sense that she is different. They can see that she is on a mission, that she has a fire within her that cannot be extinguished. She does not need to prove herself because her actions show who she is, and that more than anything else makes her truly unforgettable. A highly attractive woman is not easily shaken by the chaos around her. She is not controlled by emotions, but rather she masters them. While others react impulsively, allowing circumstances to dictate their mood and behavior, she responds with wisdom, grace, and control. This ability to remain composed in difficult situations is what sets her apart. She does not allow negativity, gossip, or temporary emotions to drive her decisions. Instead, she takes a step back, evaluates, and chooses her response carefully. Her emotional intelligence is not about suppressing feelings. It is about understanding them. She acknowledges when she is hurt, frustrated, or disappointed, but she does not let those emotions define her actions. She knows that reacting in anger, bitterness, or insecurity only leads to regret. So instead of speaking words she cannot take back or making decisions she will later regret, she pauses, processes, and responds with intention. This self-awareness makes her a woman of strength and depth. People are drawn to her because she is steady, not easily thrown off course by the ups and downs of life. This kind of woman does not engage in unnecessary drama. She does not allow toxic conversations to consume her energy, nor does she waste time proving herself to people who do not value her. When faced with criticism, she does not lash out. She listens, filters, and applies only what is useful. When someone tries to provoke her, she does not take the bait. She remains calm, knowing that her peace is more valuable than a temporary argument. This level of self-withdrawal makes her incredibly attractive because it shows strength without aggression, power without arrogance. She also understands the emotions of those around her. She does not just listen to respond, she listens to understand. She is empathetic, aware of the feelings of others, and knows how to navigate conversations with wisdom. This makes her an incredible friend, partner, and leader. She does not dismiss the emotions of others, but she also does not allow their emotions to dictate her own. She knows how to offer comfort without taking on unnecessary burdens, how to support without losing herself. A woman with emotional intelligence is rare because she carries both power and peace. She does not seek revenge when she is wronged. She knows that maturity is the best response. She does not let temporary setbacks shake her confidence. She understands that life is about growth. This emotional maturity makes her irresistibly attractive because it creates an aura of stability. People feel safe around her. They trust her, they respect her, and they admire the way she carries herself with dignity, even in difficult situations. A woman who can control her emotions controls her life. She does not waste time in battles that do not serve her, and she does not let other people's opinions define her mood. She moves with wisdom, speaks with grace, and lives with purpose. This kind of presence is not just noticed, it is unforgettable. A highly attractive woman is not just admired for her beauty or intelligence. She is deeply valued because of the way she lifts others. She does not see life as a competition, but as an opportunity to build, inspire, and empower those around her. She carries a presence that makes people feel seen, heard, and valued. Wherever she goes, she leaves people better than she found them. Her attractiveness is not just in her appearance, but in the way she makes others feel. She is the kind of woman who celebrates the success of others without insecurity. She does not dim her light out of fear that someone else will shine brighter, nor does she try to outshine others to prove her worth. She understands that true success is not about standing alone at the top, but about lifting others as she climbs. She recognizes that when she empowers others, she strengthens herself. Her words uplift, her actions inspire, and her presence creates an atmosphere of growth. People are naturally drawn to her because she carries an energy that is both encouraging and contagious. She does not engage in gossip, tear people down, or entertain negativity. Instead, she speaks life into those around her. She listens with intention, offers wisdom where needed, and gives support without expecting anything in return. She is secure enough in herself to know that helping others does not take away from her own greatness. Instead, it multiplies it. This kind of woman does not need to demand respect. She earns it effortlessly. Her kindness is not a weakness. It is a strength that sets her apart. She does not view other women as threats, but as allies. She does not seek to manipulate or control, but to uplift and inspire. She understands that true power is not in dominating others, but in helping them rise to their potential. Because she elevates those around her, people naturally seek her presence. She becomes the kind of woman whose absence is felt when she is not in the room. She is the friend who offers encouragement, the leader who instills confidence, and the partner who brings out the best in her significant other. She is not content with just existing. She wants to make an impact. She sees potential in people before they see it in themselves, and she speaks to that potential. Her attractiveness is undeniable because it is not rooted in superficial qualities, but in the way she makes people feel. She does not need to chase validation because people recognize her value. She is magnetic, not because she demands attention, but because she gives so much of herself without losing who she is. Her ability to elevate others makes her rare, and rarity is always attractive. A highly attractive woman is not easily swayed by pressure, trends, or temporary desires. She knows who she is, what she wants, and most importantly, what she will not accept. Her standards are not negotiable, and that makes her incredibly powerful. She does not lower herself to fit into situations that do not align with her values. She does not entertain relationships that drain her, nor does she engage in conversations that compromise her integrity. She stands firm in what she believes, and that firmness commands respect. She is not moved by empty promises or sweet words with no action. She sees beyond appearances and looks at the character of a person. She does not allow loneliness to push her into settling for less than she deserves. She understands that waiting for the right thing is far better than accepting the wrong thing just to feel temporary satisfaction. Her self-worth is not determined by how many people want her. It is determined by how well she honors herself. People quickly learn that they cannot manipulate or deceive her because she is not desperate for approval. She does not need someone else to validate her choices because she has already validated them within herself. She knows that when she compromises her standards, she also compromises her peace. And for her, peace is priceless. She applies this strength not only in relationships, but in every aspect of her life. She does not accept mediocre friendships, meaningless conversations, or environments that stunt her growth. She is intentional about the people she surrounds herself with because she knows that the company she keeps shapes her future. She would rather walk alone than walk with those who pull her backward. Her standards also apply to how she carries herself. She does not dress for attention, but for self-respect. She does not engage in reckless behavior just to feel included. She does not waste time proving herself to those who refuse to see her worth. She knows that her value is non-negotiable, and she moves through life with the confidence of a woman who understands that she is priceless. This level of self-respect makes her magnetic. People admire her discipline, even if they do not always understand it. They see her strength, even when it intimidates them. She does not chase relationships, opportunities, or approval. She attracts them because she refuses to settle for anything beneath her standards. She is rare because she chooses substance over shortcuts, depth over convenience, and purpose over popularity. A highly attractive woman understands the power of balance. She embodies both grace and strength, softness and resilience. She does not see femininity as a weakness, nor does she believe strength must come at the cost of her gentle nature. Instead, she walks with a quiet confidence, knowing that true power is not in how loudly she speaks, but in the way she carries herself. Her presence commands respect without demanding it. She has mastered the art of being both nurturing and unbreakable, kind yet firm, warm but unwavering. Her femininity is not defined by how she looks, but by how she moves through the world. She embraces the elegance of being a woman, not in a way that seeks approval, but in a way that honors herself. She understands that her words, her tone, and her energy all contribute to the atmosphere she creates. She does not have to force attraction because her presence alone makes an impact. When she speaks, her voice carries wisdom, not just emotion. When she enters a room, she does not shrink to make others comfortable, nor does she overpower to prove her worth. She simply exists in her full essence, and that is enough. She knows that strength does not mean she has to be harsh or aggressive. She does not need to raise her voice to be heard, nor does she have to fight to be taken seriously. She is secure in herself, and that security makes her undeniable. Her strength is seen in the way she handles challenges, not with fear, but with a quiet resolve that says, "I will overcome." She does not fall apart when faced with difficulty, nor does she allow obstacles to break her spirit. Instead, she adapts, she learns, and she rises. At the same time, she does not reject her ability to nurture, to love deeply, and to express kindness. She knows that true femininity is not about weakness. It is about influence. She influences without forcing. She inspires without demanding, and she leads without needing to dominate. She is a safe place for those she cares about, yet she does not allow herself to be taken for granted. She is gentle but not naive, giving but not easily manipulated, loving but not desperate. People are drawn to her because she possesses something rare, an energy that is both soothing and powerful. She has nothing to prove, and yet she is unforgettable. She does not compete with others because she understands that her uniqueness is her greatest strength. She does not seek to control, yet people naturally follow her lead. She embodies the perfect balance of softness and steel, a woman who moves with grace, but stands like a mountain. A woman who radiates both femininity and strength is irresistible, not because she tries to be, but because she simply is. A highly attractive woman is not defined by society's fleeting standards of beauty. Her appeal is not rooted in mere physical appearance, but in the depth of her character, the strength of her spirit, and the way she carries herself with dignity and grace. She is confident without arrogance, powerful without aggression, and kind without being taken for granted. She does not chase validation because she knows her worth. She does not compromise her standards because she understands that true value is non-negotiable. Her presence commands respect, not through force, but through the undeniable energy she carries. She does not shrink to make others comfortable, nor does she overpower to prove herself. Instead, she moves with purpose, speaks with wisdom, and loves with an open yet discerning heart. She is a woman who elevates others, who sees beyond the present, and who refuses to settle for anything less than what aligns with her purpose. A woman like this is rare, but not because she is impossible to become. She is rare because few are willing to do the inner work required to embody such qualities. But for the woman who dares to rise, who dares to refine her confidence, sharpen her vision, master her emotions, and protect her peace, she becomes unstoppable. She does not just turn heads, she changes lives. So to every woman listening, I challenge you today, do not simply seek to be noticed, seek to be unforgettable. Do not chase admiration, cultivate self-respect. Do not lower your standards, rise to meet them. Because when you become a woman of true value, the world has no choice but to recognize the power of your presence. You are more than attractive. You are extraordinary. Now walk like it.